Hey y'all, we back. And close that screen door and don't let them flies up in here. Y'all, I think I had to let y'all see this. I'm gonna put this right here. They had already investigated 4 Jan Does and 1 John Doe have already been interviewed by the Southern District of New York investigators for an investigation related to alleged trafficking as assault, solicitation, and distribution of illegal excuse me, y'all, illegal narcotics and firearms, a RICO charge. So they already interviewed 4 Jane Doe and 1 John Doe. I wonder who them people was that they investigated. So, see, a lot of things that Diddy is doing is making him look suspicious. If he ain't did nothing after that lawsuit with Cassie, why did he step down from Revoked if he hasn't did anything? He was the chairman, and he cut ties with several other business partnerships. Let's see this. Did it. Boy, they about to break you, baby. Diddy lost, I didn't know he lost all of them businesses, y'all, business partnership. And multiple I know about the allegations. 18 brands ended their partnership with Diddy. Okay, then Power Global Project Global Empower Global is an e-commerce platform that focus on uplifting Black-owned companies. Wow. And they talk about the brands here that he cut ties with: Zurich, Nudie System, No One, Closures, Foolable Bar, and House Takora. Boy, he's getting broke now. And Annette Jiwan, House Takora founder, pointed to Cassie Ventura initial lawsuit against Sean Combs. See, when Sean was getting sued, them folk had to cut ties with him so they won't mess with them. And that's understandable. Okay, this is Thalia Graves. She won her lawsuit with against Diddy. Him and his bodyguard assaulted her in one of the studios. I remember this. Yes. See, y'all don't see the cycle. This lady right here is good. She's good. She was the attorney in R. Kelly lawsuit. Now, I may say her name wrong. Thalia Graves was a victim to Diddy. He assaulted her and the bodyguard inside at the and I'll come back and give y'all the bodyguard name in a few minutes, in the studio. But let's listen to this, y'all, because I missed out on this.
Thank you for coming today. I'm attorney Gloria Allred.
Yeah, Gloria.
With me is our client, plaintiff Thalia Graves. Today we filed a lawsuit in the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, for our client, plaintiff Thalia Graves, who is given permission to use her name. The case number of the 26-page complaint is 1:24-CV-07-201. In her lawsuit, Thalia, through John Diddy Combs, also known as the defendant, and another individual and other entities. The complaint alleges in part in the first cause of action that defendant Combs and another defendant committed a, quote, violation of New York City Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act by viciously and violently forcing sexual contact and sexual intercourse on the plaintiff, end quote. In addition, the complaint alleges in the second cause of action that defendant Combs and another defendant committed a violation of New York civil rights law, quote, section 52-B, end quote, by, quote, raping plaintiff and recording it. Defendants caused plaintiff to be depicted in a video image, unclothed and with intimate body parts exposed, and engaged in sexual conduct with another person, end quote. The lawsuit also alleges that, quote, defendant Combs and another defendant published and or disseminated the videos without plaintiff's knowledge or consent. On information and belief, defendants have continued to disseminate the video, including by selling it as pornography through the present.
Come on, Diddy. That's a
In
crime.
our complaint, we ask that, quote, defendants should be ordered to account for and destroy all copies of the video that are in their actual or constructive possession, custody, or control, end quote. And that, quote, defendants should be temporarily and permanently enjoined from further disseminating or publishing any intimate videos of plaintiff, end quote. We also allege in the third cause of action that Combs and another defendant committed a violation of New York City Administrative Code, section 10-180, quote, recording and showing others the video of themselves violently raping the plaintiff.
How's this
And the
man?
defendants disclosed an intimate image of plaintiff without her consent, end quote. As a result of these and other allegations in our complaint, we request that judgment be entered against defendants as follows. Awarding compensatory damages for all physical injuries, emotional distress, psychological harm, anxiety, humiliation, physical and emotional pain and suffering, family and social disruption, and other harm in an amount to be determined at trial. Awarding punitive damages in an amount to be determined at trial. Awarding attorneys' fees and costs pursuant to any applicable statute or law, including under New York City Administrative Code, section 10-1104, New York Civil Rights Law, section 52-B2, New York City Administrative Code, section 10-180, and any other applicable statute or law. We're also seeking additional relief that the court may deem just and proper. As a result of what is alleged in the lawsuit, Thalia alleges that she has suffered and continues to suffer, among other damages, emotional harm, including mental anguish, emotional distress, humiliation, and physical damage. In a few minutes, Thalia will speak to the impact and harm that she has suffered and continues to suffer.
Wow.
She will take this courageous step because she thinks that it is important that the public understand the impact that rape and other criminal acts have on those who have been victimized. Often victims do not speak publicly about the specific damages that criminal acts cause them. Some of the many reasons that victims do not speak out publicly about this include being ashamed or shamed for this. But we believe that victims should not be shamed, and instead those who committed the criminal acts against them should be ashamed and take responsibility for the harm that They have
Don't
caused
be
victims to
chained, baby.
suffer. We are very proud of Thalia
I am too.
for speaking out today in order to help victims of rape and other acts of sexual violence against them. In addition, we thank our co-counsel, Marianne Wang, Heather Gregorio.
We believe you. Go and speak. He did it. He did it. Go and speak, baby. Speak for the other women.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during assault.
Go and speak, baby. Mm.
It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal. Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly. Being blamed, questioned, and threatened has often made me feel worthless, isolated, and sometimes responsible for what happened to me. My family issues made the pain even worse. I was already going through a divorce at the time of the assault and did not get the support that I needed. I was also faced with disbelief and judgment. This has put a strain on my selection of men and relationships. When many relationships became aggressive and abusive, which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles.
Y'all like, share, and subscribe.
I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health. I've had PTSD, depression, and anxiety. I'm emotionally scarred. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin. Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle.
For the people just joining us, this is Thalia Graves. This is the young lady that Diddy and his bodyguard, another guy, she was a victim at the studio. She here with Gloria, her attorney, same attorney in R. Kelly lawsuits.
I also suffer with physical problems such as chronic pain, sexual discomfort. The violation I have experienced during the assault has had lasting effects on my body, causing ongoing health problems and complications. The combination of physical
Y'all, Thea, accused Diddy and his bodyguard of drugging in her in 2001 and filming the attack, y'all, according to the lawsuit filed in Tuesday in the federal court in New York. Thea Grave, the young lady who I just showed y'all, alleged that she met Cone when she was 25 through her boyfriend, who worked at Cone's record label Bad Boys. Around the summer of 2021, while in a vehicle with Cone and Joseph Sherman, his bodyguard and head of security, she accepted his offer of a glass of wine. It always starts with a glass of wine. So she said she began to feel lightheaded, dizzy, and physical weak, the lawsuit states. And it's bad enough she was with her boyfriend. She was in the vehicle with her boyfriend. Now she lost consciousness, y'all, and later awoke naked in a studio in Manhattan with her hands tied behind her back. And lawsuit state Combs came into the room and eyed her and smashed her head into a pool table as she tried to resist. According to the lawsuit, Sherman S.A. her as she came in and out of consciousness. That was the lawsuit state. Now, Thea lawsuit was the latest allegation. Yes. That came a week after he was indicted on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, self-trafficking, and transporting portion to engage in prostitution. Combs, 54, has pleaded not guilty to the charges. He was denied bail and will remain in federal detention and federal judge rules. Now, let me tell you something. This is his enterprise, criminal enterprise, and he need to take down everybody with him. The indictment accused Cone of leading a criminal enterprise with other associates, employees, alleged he hosts drug feud, freaks out with victims, and made ex-workers noted instant of physical and abuse and eliminate the weapon large collection of baby oil and lubricants found during the raid. Lord have mercy.